I'm Marin, and this is Post-its and Pens. Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin, and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my June empties. So let's talk some trash, shall we? Now, I do have quite a few empties this month, so I'm going to just go through them as quickly as possible. I am going to group them into categories, and we're going to start off with body care. So the first item that I have is a lotion. It is this Flamingo Daily Moisturizing Lotion. This came along with my starter kit from Flamingo. I got a lotion, the razor, some razor refills, and I think a shaving cream. So this took quite a while to use up. I did like this. It has a nice smell, but it is super thick. So I did cut it open to get it all out. And actually, I wound up just unscrewing the whole top in order to get it out because it was so thick. It was not squeezing through the dispenser. So that's my one complaint. But this is a decent lotion. I don't think I'll repurchase it. I have another one because they sent me two because it took so long to get my shipment. So that was nice, but I would not purchase this. I don't think it's anything particularly special. You can get a decent lotion at the drugstore for probably less money. So liked it, will not repurchase. And staying with Flamingo, I did use up a thing of their 4 5-blade cartridges. So they come like this. You basically open it up and they've got the cartridges in this cardboard right here. So I do appreciate that the packaging is easier to recycle. It comes like this, but yes, used up one of those. I'm sticking with it for the time being. I feel like it's a perfectly serviceable razor. I like that I don't have to do a subscription, that I can pick these up at Target if I need to. So yeah, not really any complaints, perfectly fine. Next up, I have just a box of Band-Aids. These are the flexible fabric Band-Aids, which I prefer. I am very sensitive to Band-Aids. They usually leave a red ring around the area, particularly if it's having to stick onto actual skin rather than wrapping around a finger. These are better. They don't irritate me as much, so whatever, they're Band-Aids, but I do prefer the brand name in this case for that reason. Okay, sticking with the Band-Aids, I also went through a thing of these True Stay clear spots. These are particularly good for breakouts. I like that they stick on the skin. I do usually take some alcohol and just go around the area that I'm going to stick it because I have oily skin, but these are fine. They keep out air, dirt, whatever, while I'm trying to clear up kind of one of those more troublesome blemishes that leave the red spots. I find that putting this on with some Neosporin kind of helps clear things up a little bit more quickly without leaving the dark mark. So these are my go-to for those. I have already purchased another box. I also went through this Old Spice Wilderness with Lavender Antiperspirant. This is not my preferred scent. I love the Oasis scent, but when I went to purchase deodorant this time, they didn't have it, so I went with the next best thing. This one smells fine. I'm not the biggest fan of lavender, but I didn't find this too terribly overwhelming, and I used it. It works perfectly fine, just like the Oasis one. I just like the Oasis scent a lot better, but yes, it worked in a pinch. Okay, the last body care item that I have is this Soap & Glory Smoothie Star Breakfast Scrub. It is just a shower scrub. I cleared it out. It has a really nice scent. It literally smells like your morning oatmeal. That's what it smells like. So it has a nice scent. I do like that this is like a little bit more finely milled, but I think I prefer the Tree Hut scrub because I do like something that's just a little bit scrubbier, particularly for my legs where I get like ingrown hairs and like razor burn really badly. So this is fine. I've purchased this before. I could see myself purchasing it again, like if I needed to, but I do think I like the Tree Hut one better. So I'll probably go that route from here on out, but we'll see. Okay, I also went through another refill for my Quip toothbrush. They come in these tubes. You just swap them out. They also send you a new battery. And I mean, I've been using this probably, wow, 3 years maybe. And yeah, I'll continue to repurchase. I like that they ship them to you when you need them so that it reminds you to like change the head on it. And I'm a fan. So, you know, there you go. Toothbrush. Okay, now I have like a few like supplement type things. I did go through another container of these Vegamour Gro Gummies for hair. It looks like this. This is glass. So, I mean, the packaging is like first rate. These are so expensive and I don't really know that it did much of anything for me personally. So I am not going to repurchase the gummies. I do still have the serum, which I'm using, but I think I'm going to hold off on purchasing this again. I went through 2 containers of this. Don't know that it did much for me. So yeah, this is very expensive. And if I can not spend that money, I'm gonna not spend that money. So I don't really know what else to say. You can get this through Sephora. That way you don't have to do like a subscription, although I do think you can purchase from their site now without a subscription. But I had a subscription way back when. It was super difficult to cancel. So when I do repurchase from this brand, I get it through Sephora. That way I can just avoid any potential issues with trying to cancel. I also went through another container of the EU Natural Harmony D-Mannose. These are to help keep UTIs at bay. So I talked about this probably in my last empties video. I go through one of these a month. I've not had a UTI since I started taking these, so you know, I feel like that shows that they work because I was getting them relatively frequently. Up to that point, you get them a lot when you're a teacher. It's a fact of life, unfortunately. So I will continue to repurchase. I just got the new container in the mail and yeah, they seem to work for me, so can't complain. And then I also have this container of the Happy Mammoth Hormone Harmony, excuse me, balance. It says it balances hormones. It's a dietary supplement. I don't know, y'all. I think I did 2 things of this, noticed like no difference. So for me, I don't think this does anything. I know that there are people out there that say it works, but this was a case of getting sucked in by a Facebook ad and it didn't end up working for me. So will not be repurchasing this and really wouldn't recommend. Okay, moving on to hair care. I finished up this Briogeo Blossom and Bloom Ginseng and Biotin Volumizing Shampoo. This is pricey and I don't think it did anything. So I will not be repurchasing this. I have the conditioner in my shower right now that I'm working to use up. Also, can we talk about like unnecessary packaging? Like, why does this have to be on here when it's like screw, like a flip top? I don't know. I just feel like that's like a waste of plastic, and Briogeo like prides itself on being like a clean brand. So maybe we could cut down on the plastic. I'm just saying, like this piece right here is just really, really ridiculous and completely unnecessary. But yeah, nice smell, will not repurchase. I don't think it did anything for me. Okay, I also went through this Pacifica Pineapple Curls Curl Defining Conditioner. This smelled like pineapple, so, you know, nice tropical scent. This is another one that I don't really think did much of anything. So I used both the shampoo and conditioner in tandem, and it's just fine. It's fine. I feel like you can get shampoo and conditioner like from pretty much anywhere, and it works pretty much the same. So there was nothing special about this. I will not be repurchasing it, but you know, it at least smelled nice, I guess. Okay, moving on to skincare. I used up this little sample size SK2 facial treatment essence. This stuff is so expensive, y'all. Using this made me feel nice and bougie, but I took this to Mexico with me. I got about a week's worth out of it, using it morning and night, most nights. It has a weird like scent because it's an essence, so it's like fermented. I didn't love the scent. I also don't feel like it did anything different than any other toner I've used. The price on this is absolutely outrageous, and I will not be repurchasing, but it was nice to experience it for a week. But yeah, no, the price tag alone, no way. Speaking of toner, I also used up this CosRX Hydrium Watery Toner. It looks like this. I actually had put it into this container because this does not have a pump. This was just like a pour out one, which I don't love. So I put it into this one. But this was super watery. I mean, it literally says watery toner, so I knew that going in. But this is hyaluronic acid, so you needed to put it on damp skin. If you don't, it dries your skin out. It lasts forever. It took me like 6 months to use this up, so you get your money's worth. But this was just not my favorite toner. I am probably going to go back to this one right here, which I'd used up like probably in December. Again, I was just using like the container, but this is the Galactomyces 95 Tone Balancing Essence. It's got a thicker consistency, which is just my preference. But if you like a super watery one, this one is a good one for that, but just keep in mind you need to put it on damp skin or it's not going to do everything it can do. So there you go. I also went through another pack of the CosRX Acne Pimple Master Patches. I've talked about these. I don't need to talk about them anymore. They are a favorite. They wind up in like every single Empties video. So, you know, that kind of speaks for itself. Okay, I also used up this little mini of the Ole Henrikson Banana Bright Eye Cream. It's just this little sample size that I got from Sephora. I cleared it all out. This is not something that I would purchase with my own money. I don't feel like this does much of anything. I like a hydrating eye cream, particularly during the day, because my under eyes can get very dry. They can start looking kind of crepey and gross, particularly once I put concealer and stuff on. So this did not help with dryness, in my opinion, the way I wanted it to. And I don't even know that it really brightened anything. So, you know, for me, this didn't do it. I got it as a freebie, so I used it without any trouble, but I would not repurchase this with my own money. Okay, the next item is the Inkey List Omega Water Cream Moisturizer. Now, I did cut this open. I got it all out. I thought at first that I really liked this, but the more I used it, the more I realized that it did not want to sink into my skin. I have oily skin, as I've mentioned, and this felt like it just like sat on top and made things worse. I would have to take like a piece of toilet paper and like blot. It just was not a good moisturizer for me. I started using it at night because then I didn't need to worry about like the shininess, but I don't feel like it moisturized. I felt like it just sat on my skin, kind of like heavy, and as for a water cream, that's very strange. So I would not recommend this if you have oily skin, and I will not be repurchasing this. This was definitely not something I enjoyed using up at all. Okay, the last category that I have here is makeup, and I did go through a few makeup items. So I did go through one of these NYX, I believe they're called, yeah, they're the NYX Eyebrow Powder Pencil. You can see the lead fell out of it. I cannot sharpen it anymore. This has been my go-to eyebrow pencil probably for the last year or so. I have one in my bathroom right now that I'm using. I really enjoy these. I think it ends up looking like fairly natural. I like that you have the little spoolie on the end to kind of like disperse the product through. This is really nice, and it's drugstore, so it's affordable. I'm a fan, and I've already repurchased. I also used up this Urban Decay All-Nighter Face Primer. This was just a little travel size. I don't know what it is about this, but I don't think this does anything for me. Like, this is not a primer that works for me at all. It doesn't help with oil control. I don't feel like it helps keep my makeup in place. I don't know what it is. This just doesn't work. So glad to have it out of my collection. Will not be repurchasing this. It was not something that I felt like did anything. Okay, I am also decluttering this Sugar Nude like lip balm, tinted lip treatment from Fresh, because it's got a really unpleasant like flavor and it has SPF in it, so I'm thinking it just went bad. But it's got like a really gross smell and it tastes disgusting. I don't even know how long I've had this, but we're gonna get rid of it because clearly it's not good anymore. So goodbye. And the last makeup item that I have is this little mini of the Bite Upswing mascara. I have been using this probably for the last several months. I really like this mascara. It's got this just regular mascara wand, and I felt like it did a really good job of like volumizing and lifting my lashes, making them look really pretty. This just got clumpy because it's old, so we're gonna throw it out. I have a full size that I'm currently using. I really like this mascara, and I'm really sad that Bite's going out of business because this is one that I would be willing to splurge on, but you know, can't do that when the company's not going to be in business anymore. So kind of a bummer, but you might be able to get this still for 50% off their site. Check it out. It is worth it. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so there you have it. Those are all of my empties for the month of June. I feel like I got through like a pretty good amount of products, particularly ones that have been like hanging around for a little while. And even though I didn't have like any like clear-cut winners out of this, I am glad to get them out of my collection. So yes, that's that. That's another month of empties. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.